Hey, Grandma and Dad. I've got something to tell you.
Why don't you come home and tell us in person?
Well, actually, it's kind of urgent. I wanted to tell you that I found myself a place to live. I'm going to be moving out next week.
Jessica, are you really moving out?
Yeah. Thank you so much for raising me and supporting me till now. Now that I'm a full-grown adult, I'm going to try to become independent and make it on my own.
Then who would be cooking the food around here? You were taking care of the food, the laundry, and everything else. Who do you think will be doing these chores now? You expect your old grandma to do it all by herself.
Grandma, if it's too much for you, you can ask Dad to help you. And if it's still too much, you can ask Jonathan to help you too. Do you think I am the only one in the family who can do the housework?
I knew this would happen. That's why I always said, if a girl thinks she's just a little bit grown up, she will try and bite the hand that feeds her the moment she gets the chance. Why would you want to live alone anyway? Do you want to be some kind of whore? I can see it already. Exactly how you will turn out if you go out to live alone by yourself.
Grandma! It's not like that. Can't you be more discerning with your words, please? I'm also a human being with feelings. It's not like I'm made of stone or something.
Jessica, how dare you talk to your grandmother in that tone? OMG, you guys are blowing up my phone. Could you stop? If you're gonna fight, then just come home and do it for Christ's sake.
Oh, my darling boy. We're so sorry. We were sending a few too many text messages, weren't we? Look what you did now. You made Jonathan angry. You've done quite enough already. Can't you see?
She's right, Jessica. Come home first and then we can talk. Honey, I'm so proud of you for being so strong, going through all the fertility treatments and everything after we got married. I am starting to feel like we finally found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
I know. It really feels like a dream come true. I didn't think it was really possible to actually get pregnant. It's like receiving the most precious gift from the universe.
Our parents will be thrilled to hear the news. Don't you think that you should tell your family too?
I'm not so sure. I don't know if they would be as happy to hear about the news. Would they even congratulate us? I mean, you remember our wedding too, right?
Of course I do. Your grandmother and your brother didn't even come. Just your father all alone by himself. And the rest of your family mostly didn't come either.
I think my relatives probably didn't come because they didn't know about it. Grandma probably told my dad not to tell them. And he did exactly as she told him to because, to him, my grandma's words are like the law. While on the other hand, for my brother's wedding, the venue was brimming with guests from our side of the family. That's why even though I'm finally pregnant, I don't feel like I have any real family members to tell it to.
Sweetie, what do you mean? Don't forget that you have me. I'm your family too, right?
Yeah, you're right. If you and your parents are happy with the news, then I'm good with that. What more could I ask for?
Now that our baby is coming, let's try and live the happiest that we possibly can. I will do my absolute best to make both of us 100 times, no, 1,000 times happier than now.
All right, love. I'm counting on you to keep your promise then.
Of course, sweetheart. You can trust me.
Yes. Let's be ridiculously happy together. The happiness that I never got to receive from my own family. I'll provide to you and our baby 100 times over.
Yes, me too. I promise. Now come home quickly. I'm cooking up something really nice for when you get back.
I can't wait. I'm getting on the bus now. I'll be home soon.
How come you didn't tell us that you were pregnant?
If I told you, would you have even cared? I just thought that you would find out in time naturally, so I didn't bother to tell you.
Still disrespectful as always, I see. You really take after your mother with that nasty attitude.
Don't you dare talk about my mother! You should know better than to talk ill of people who have passed away. If anyone's disrespectful, it's you.
What would you even know? It's my fault for trying to talk some sense into you. Anyway, The baby. Is it a boy or a girl?
Why do you want to know? You never have the slightest bit of interest in me.
Is it so wrong for a grandmother to want to know the sex of her great-grandchild? Tell me at once. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Really? Is it really a boy? Did you make absolutely sure of it?
Yes, I could see it clearly in the ultrasound. Why do you care so much?
Oh, thank the heavens! Praise the Lord! I knew that my prayers would be answered. I thought that our Walton family line would be finished, but thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus!
Grandma, what are you talking about? My baby won't be a Walton. He'll be a Davis.
No! What are you blabbering about? He's a Walton, not Davis.
No, Grandma. Maybe you're not very aware because you didn't even show up to the wedding, but my husband's last name is Davis. I changed my name after my wedding. It's not Walton anymore. Why would my baby's last name be different from mine?
Well, why didn't you check with me before putting his name on the birth certificate? I would have never allowed him to have a different name. We'll have to change his name back to Walton. I can't have the family name die with you. Or even better, let Jonathan adopt him so he can take the Walton name.
Grandma, you can't be serious right now. Are you drunk or something? Why would I ever let Jonathan adopt my baby? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Please just stop.
I told you, I'm very serious about keeping our honorable family name alive. Jonathan can't have children of his own because his wife is infertile. Are you going to make such a big issue out of helping out your own brother's family? I have a great idea. We can have Jonathan legally adopt him, but then you can be the one who raises him. It's a win-win. What's the problem with that?
What's the problem? What you're saying is so outrageous that I can't believe it. What century do you think we're living in? Times have changed, Grandma, and yet you've not changed one bit.
No matter what, we're moving forward and having that baby be a part of Jonathan's family. And how dare you take that tone with me, you dumb wench!
Grandma! I'm not the same weak Jessica from before that used to do everything you told me to. There's no way that this is going to play out as you planned. This is insane!
Honey, where are you? Things are pretty chaotic right now.
What? Why? What happened?
Your grandmother and brother are here. They turned the house upside down demanding to know where you are. They're shouting and making a huge scene. All the neighbors are standing outside staring at us.
What? How did they even know where we live?
Doesn't your dad know our address? I'm guessing he told them.
Oh my god, they're being so insane! I'm so sorry. I'll get there as soon as I can. I just finished work. I'm sprinting to my car right now. Just hang on for a little while longer. Don't you have anything to say to me?
Say what? Oh, you mean how we turned your house upside down? Well, that's what you get for not listening to Grandma sooner. Don't you know better than anyone how scary she can be when she gets angry?
Wow, look who's all grown up now, little brother. Well, I guess it's no surprise given how Grandma and Dad spoiled you all your life. It's no wonder you turned out the way that you did. Tell me, do you treat your wife that way too?
My marriage is none of your business. Anyway, I kept asking you for something and you're not even acknowledging it. Do you have money or not?
Money? No. Even if I did, I don't have any to give to you. And who the hell destroys someone's house asking for money all of a sudden after not contacting them for so long? I doubt you'll apologize, but don't you think what you did is a little over the line?
Give me the money I want and maybe I'll think about saying sorry. It's time for me to start my business. I'll need about $50K, so hurry up and fork it over.
You think that I would have $50,000 just lying around? And you are asking for it like I owe you or something?
Sis, I really don't think you should be talking to me that way. When Grandpa dies, all his inheritance money goes to me. Grandma and Dad already agreed. If you want to receive even any breadcrumbs of that money, don't you think you should be a bit nicer to me starting from now?
Grandpa's inheritance? No thanks. I'm not interested. And instead of wanting him to get better quickly, you're already thinking about the inheritance you will get after he dies?
Oh, please. Save the nice girl act, pretending like you're not interested in money. It disgusts me. Anyway, you're lending me the $50,000, right? You agree?
Nope. Never. I am never lending you that money in a million years.
You're going to regret saying that. Oh yeah, I heard that you were pregnant and that I'll be adopting the kid. Grandma's looking into everything already.
Get that thought out of your head right now. It's the most insane thing I've ever heard, and it's absolutely not happening. I'm on the verge of going crazy from all the stress you're giving me right now, so please stop messaging me. If you send me even one more message, I'm going to come over there and give you a taste of your own medicine and turn the house inside out.
Jessica, I know you've been through a lot with the pregnancy. I just wanted to say I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. I didn't expect you to say that to me.
Can't a father acknowledge his daughter's hardship for once? All without your mother. You've done well, Jessica.
Well, it wasn't easy, but I pulled through thanks to my husband being there by my side.
Both of you worked so hard, I know. Well, Jessica, actually, I wanted to tell you something.
What do you want to say to me? Please don't say anything stupid. I literally just gave birth and I can't deal with anything stressful. I really don't want to be stressed. At least not today. Or ever, to be honest.
Jessica, can you please just let your grandmother have her way one last time? We will only be adopting the baby just so he has the Walton last name. It's not like you won't be able to see him. You'll still be raising him yourself.
I knew it. Even you, Dad? You really think that what you're asking me right now makes any sense? Try to put yourself in my shoes. Wouldn't you be pissed off too? Don't you understand my situation? I can't even believe I have to explain myself.
Well, of course, I feel bad about the whole situation too. But if you do what Grandma asks, it will all work out well for everyone involved.
I was wondering why you were pretending to care about me. You've made yourself very clear. I don't think it's even worth me responding to, and frankly, I don't want to talk to you anymore. If you mention it one more time, I won't just be putting up with it quietly any longer.
Sweetheart, are you resting well? How are you feeling? Good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Did you hear from my family by any chance?
Well, your father contacted me to ask about the location of the hospital, but I didn't tell him. I didn't want to see you suffer, and I knew that there would be screaming involved in the end.
Thanks, Sam. And I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing for me.
But, sweetie, someone who said they were an inheritance lawyer came to see me. They want you to call at this number.
Inheritance lawyer? But why? I don't have anything to do with any inheritance. Are you sure they were looking for me? And not my brother?
Yeah, they specifically told me to tell Mrs. Jessica Davis to contact them whenever she can. I put the card in my wallet and forgot about it until I saw it just now.
Okay. Thanks, dear. I'll call now.
Jessica!
What could you two possibly want now?
How dare you ignore me all this time? I'll never forgive you for not telling me which hospital you gave birth at. What in the world are you thinking? How long are you going to act like such a little child?
You're the one acting like a child, not me. Now that your only grandson screwed up his business and you're swimming in debt, you're starting to feel the pressure now, aren't you? You have to steal my baby and my money too while you're at it. Seems you've really got your hands full these days, huh, Grandma?
Jessica Walton, are you really going to continue the shenanigan right now?
The debt doesn't matter. Anyway, Grandpa will die soon. The inheritance money is all mine. We can clear the debt with that. If you ask nicely, maybe I'll still be willing to adopt your son and let him have some of this inheritance money. Don't you want what's best for his future? If you had half a brain, you'd let me raise this kid instead of you so he can have endless wealth. He will definitely thank us for this decision in the future.
You need to check yourself into a mental health facility if you think I'd ever give him up. He's part of our family, and that's final. I honestly can't believe I even have to be having this conversation with you. By the way, Sam's family know all about how you've been harassing us. We had to literally stand in front of the door to stop them from going over there and beating the life out of you. My father-in-law used to be a Golden Glove boxer, by the way. You wouldn't have stood a chance. Nothing to say? Are you scared? Oh, and here's a fun fact for you.
What on earth is this? Why would you get ownership of Grandpa's building?
Wow, you didn't know, did you, Grandma? Apparently, he was planning on giving me property for a while now. The lawyer told me all about it. I know that you'd rather not leave me with a single cent, but that's not what Grandpa wanted. He wanted to leave me with something of value.
What? What a load of bullcrap. I wanted that building. I was gonna use it as an office for my business. Hand me the number of that so-called lawyer. You pulled some sort of trick, didn't you? There's no way that Grandpa would have done that to me.
Oh, poor Grandpa. The wife that he loved dearly for his whole life berates, curses, and abuses his granddaughter, while his low-life grandson is a big failure who is up to his ears in debt from screwing up his business. And his only son is a helpless mama's boy. Imagine just how awful he must be feeling.
Shut your mouth this instant. Tell them right away that you will cancel the bestowal contract. And tell that so-called lawyer of yours that that building will be handed to Jonathan immediately.
Grandma, I told you. I'm not the same stupid, naive person from before who couldn't stand up for herself. And Grandpa will be alive for at least 10 more years. I'm not really interested in the inheritance, and I am not greedy for money. But I am very grateful that Grandpa was thinking of me and my future, unlike you lot. Oh, and by the way, after today, I never want to hear from any of you people ever again. I'm blocking all of you. I hated always being compared with my little brother since I was a child, living with my father who just let it happen, and my grandmother who constantly abused me with such harsh words saying that I bring bad luck. And yet, finally, I decided to cut my ties for good with my toxic family. I blocked all their phone numbers, and we even moved away to a far-off region. Afterwards, Grandpa lived for 3 more years, and now I intend to use the precious building he left me for my family and for others in need, rather than wasting it on a lost cause. Now that my new family has finally found some peace, we are going to be even happier in the future. Don't you think? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.